Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Revitalize Invitational Tournament. I am J-Star tonight, alongside me, Tyler. How are we doing tonight, Tyler?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm excited for these games tonight.
Absolutely. Getting into the first match of the day here, we have Peak Czech Pacific versus Faded eSports. And Tyler, what map are we starting out on tonight?
We're starting on Sunset tonight.
Sunset, gotcha. Sunset, a very interesting map. Some innovation from the pro play, the pro scene that we've seen throughout this map's life cycle, even though it's been a little bit short. Going into this, a lot of raise, a lot of fade, a lot of breach. We expecting to see some of that tonight, Tyler?
Yeah, I'm expecting that. Maybe some double controller with the Viper, maybe. So we'll see what happens.
Absolutely. Getting into agent select, only time will tell here. And looking at agents so far, just the hovers, pretty standard from the attackers here, from running the Omen breach, but opting for a double duelist setup, Tyler.
I see that. And I also see double chamber hovers, which is new to see after the recent patch.
I feel like Chamber does such a good job of allowing sightlines to just be easily held by whoever's playing it, whether it be a mid angle, whether it be just a deep angle in general, because of the fact that, Chamber can TP out at a moment's notice. Also, I would not be shocked if either of these Chamber players opt for an operator here on both sides, whether it be attack or defense.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they just had a chamber push up towards the mains and then just look for a pick and teleport out.
Absolutely. Also, another interesting pick, the side of the defenders are opting for the Reyna over a Raze pick here, Tyler. What does the Reyna allow more than a Raze?
Besides the flash, I don't think this much really. I think it's an interesting pick compared to the Raze.
Absolutely.
I think they're allowing the Reyna to just roam free and just look for a pick out of nowhere. Absolutely.
Once again, mirrored on the Omens. Omen is kind of a standard pick that we see quite a bit here, along with a Sky. And after the nerfs, haven't been really seeing quite a lot of Sky.
Yeah, after the recent nerfs, her flashes are not rechargeable now, so you have to rely more on the mid-round flashes to get more info during that.
Absolutely. Looking into the first round here, or I'm sorry, map set here. After this map, we will be going to Bind, another very Raze-controlled map.
Yeah, it's a map I would see where the Viper would rerun to take a lot of U-Haul control and a lot of just presence towards a site, especially with the Lurk.
Absolutely. And our tiebreaker tonight will, in fact, be Icebox. Kind of a complete 180 playstyle-wise from what we will be seeing on Sunset and Bind here, Tyler.
Yeah, a lot of Icebox just taking a site, not really splitting, but it's mostly like a 4-1 split with the one Lurker.
Absolutely. Just waiting to load into the match here. Getting into things. Will be interesting to see that duelist matchup. The Reyna versus the Raze, though. Getting into map 1. And Peak Czech Pacific is starting out here on the defense. Faded on the attack. And from the looks of it, we're going to get B-main contest right away here, Tyler.
Yeah, it looks like they have 4 players towards the B side of the map, especially the Breach and the Raze, so they're looking to take a lot of presence towards B main.
Absolutely here, 15 seconds and counting. As we say that, though, Chamber of Peak Czech decides to rotate off towards the A side, probably for a potential lurk. But right as we say that, barrier drops. And I guess our guesses were wrong, as mid presence is taken right away.
Yeah, it appears that Chamber just took a lot of info. It got a lot of info towards the mid side of the map. Now it looks like there's 3 players towards mid for Faded eSports here.
The Omen is tucked into market, breaking the door. The breach, aftershock, the blind comes out. Baby on my phone is blinded. The TP comes out, though, getting out in just the nick of time, but Derek getting the pick under the Omen. That is the smokes down, but a trade immediately coming back in, and we are in an even round. Another trade, 3v3 on site. Spike does go down. Baby my phone has a read, though. Maybe right as I say that, nice pick from the chamber, but 1v2 on site is just, it's Vixel and the Sky, or I'm sorry, the Breach.
It looks like
the world. Spike is planted, though.
It looks like they're just playing for ones. Chamber is going to get first contact, and then the Breach could get second, but it looks like the Chamber is looking to wrap towards CT side. Boba.
Ares positioned up on this jump up. Will not be able to find a head. Vixel with 3 on the round. Good start for the attackers here.
Yeah, it looks like the P-Check Pacific Cypher got 2 picks on the site hold before going down.
Absolutely. Looking in around 2, we will be having a tech pause here. And first round, it looks like Faded is opting to just take those scrappy fights, take those 1v1 engages, and just saying, we're mechanically better, we'll just win.
Yeah, for Faded eSports, they look like they took mid later down the line in the round, like 10-20 seconds in, and then they spotted the Chamber. The Chamber TP'd out, and then they took a lot of market control by breaking the door and pushing out.
Absolutely. And so far, very kind of early to tell, but as far as the duelist matchup goes, the Raze is looking a little bit better for the Reyna than the Reyna.
Yeah, it looks like has a lot of stopping power towards the mains, especially with the Raze nade and the Boombot.
Absolutely. And looking into this first anti-eco, no upgraded pistols for the defense here. As well, right as I say that, though, you got to remember, I forget that the Chamber has, that Pocket Guardian, the Headhunter, but no upgraded pistols from the side of the defense here. Just classics. Probably going to be looking to gamble stack something. And from the looks of it, we are seeing 3 towards this A side of the map.
Yeah, it looks like they're just gonna fight close and look to have closer range fights towards the A main side.
Absolutely. Still on this tech pause. We may be going to a little bit of a break. I am not sure.
Yeah, it looks like we'll just be heading into a break right now.
We will catch you guys when this tech pause is over. And we are back. Back for round number 2 here. Feeling Faded versus PC Pacific. And everybody seems to be back in the server. And like we mentioned before, it's looking like it's going to be a heavy setup for the attacker side here, Tyler.
Yeah, it looks like they're just gonna fight A main with the Sky Flash and perhaps a Chamber like walking up towards A main and looking for a pick with the Headhunter.
5 seconds here on the timer before barrier drops. And it looks like the defense is favoring this A side of the map. Flash not finding anything, though. Ares walking up. Nice shot onto the Omen. That is a big pick with the smokes being down. And now just cutting noise.
Yeah, after losing your smokes, you gotta find a way to fight for the A main, maybe the mid. You just gotta look somewhere to get a pick back.
Absolutely. Vixel in this Chamber. Nice shot under the Reyna, posted up mid. The anti-eco is going exactly the way that the attackers would like it to. 2 quick picks.
Looks like they're hovering towards B. we have 2 people on site with the Cypher and the Omen, which is a really strong site hold.
Absolutely. Sherby on this raise looking to explode out. The trips are set up here, though.
Yeah, it looks like the Cypher is leaving too.
Absolutely. The raise is out on the side along with the breach, but it will not matter. The gun disadvantage. Too strong. Nice shot by Sherby. And it is just left onto the sky with a classic and a dream. Spike will go down. Derek just still locking down this mid area. Vixel pushing up. Sherby gets the final kill. And 4 for the anti-eco is pretty nice.
Yes, that is really good for their anti-eco. Now they have guns for the next round. It looks like they're hoping to slow it down for them. For Faded eSports, they gotta find a way to play fast and just take site quickly because they're on a lot less guns.
Yeah, big bonus round could be coming in for Faded eSports here. And once again, Tyler, we're seeing this A side setup with one person sitting over towards the B side of the map.
Yeah, it looks like we have the Chamber walking up towards mid again. Let them take control and look for a pick again. He's in his range of his teleport.
Fantasy is pushed up into the tiles. Ares very far down mid, looking for something. The stun is being held, though, by the breach of Faded. Nothing. Just poking and prodding away, trying to get any sort of map control.
We're looking to close market door. It looks like the Omen and the breach from Faded eSports is walking towards B side now. Cypher is up towards tiles. Look,
I don't
perhaps
think
get a
Vixel
pick.
realizes, though. I don't think Vixel realizes how deep Ares is down mid. Just one shot from this Guardian is all it takes. The smoke coming in towards the A side of the map. Ooh, almost had the timing on the Vixel. Not quite, though. TP's away, finally, and 40 seconds in the round. No picks have been made from either side yet.
Yeah, but it looks like Pacific is looking to stack on the B side with the Chamber, Cypher, and Omen towards market. It looks like he's walking back towards top mid again. Or he's just watching
Right
it.
as we say that, the Cypher is tucked in mid. Sherby with the initiation on the entry gets one. That is the big pick. That is the Cypher down. The stopping power is no longer available. Twain is looking to get the counter pick, but it will not matter. The Chamber is pushed up so far, though. Sherby! Nice pick. The Lurker dead. Twix is up mid in the market. 3v4 on the retake. The Reyna Lear is invested. Not finding anything, though. Tucked in the corner. Twain gets a pick. Twix with another, but the ult is invested from Sherby, picking off the Omen. 2v2 on this retake. Twix with another, and it's just the breach left in a 1v2. The Lear gets a pick from Fantasy. 1v1 on site. The tap of the bomb comes out from the sky of PC Pacific, getting half. Back on the spike, but Fantasy securing the bonus for Faded.
Yeah, they got every single guns out, and they planted the bomb, and they won their bonus round. Now they head into the next round with a lot of money and also guns, and now Pacific's now on an eco.
Absolutely here. Faded looking for, once again, to confirm another anti-eco round to make it as clean as possible. And for the side of PC Pacific here, these rounds are getting super duper scrappy, and it feels like it's just a little bit of a timing thing on these retakes. It feels like there's a ever so slight disconnect here. But getting into this third round here, it looks like Faded eSports are going back to their tried and true setup of stacking 3 towards mid.
Yep, they're looking to take mid control and make a lot of presence and look to probably pivot towards a split, towards A side or the B side.
Absolutely. Ares with the Headhunter playing towards this A-bomb site along with the Sky. No contact yet. Just setup time. Twain locking down this market position. The door is shut. So if they do want to split into this B site, they would have to make noise by opening that door. But it looks like they're opting to get aggressive there in mid. Spots the Omen, will be taken down by the breach. Derek with another pick. So far, so good on this anti-eco round. Hasty, though, does have a chance to get one. Does get stunned up by the breach, but Fantasy and Vixel will be confirming 2 in the process, and it's just Ares left in a 1v4 retake with a Stinger and a Headhunter.
Yeah, it looks like they did a successful B split towards the Boba side instead through Market, which was a really smart move. Thinking about it, if they're on an eco round, Market's really closed in.
Absolutely. Ares might just try to retrieve a rifle, get out with their life, but from the looks of it, Derek isn't going to let that happen. The Cypher player posted up deep into the CT position. Fantasy will be getting the pick, and no rifle secured. Another anti-eco for the attackers here, and we're looking at a 4-0 here, Tyler.
Yep, they successfully won that full buy round also, and now they're buying an op for Pacific for the chamber. He's looking probably opt towards A main at the moment.
That is exactly where Faded are stacked up here. All 5 towards this tiles A main side of the map here, Tyler. Flash comes out, Sherby going fast up into elbow. Almost ran into the sky of Faded, but opting to just give. Derek with a nice pick onto the sky, and they're just running down onto sight. The Cypher. Neural Theft is invested. Spike will be going down. The Huntress is invested from Twix, but a nice raise nade. So much damage with the paint shells. And Ares thinks that there's a lurk mid, but not quite. And from the looks of it, they are going to try this retake. This Empress is almost up, though. Hits the Cypher trip. Will not be getting a pick directly. Hasty does make an even round, but Sherby and Fantasy making this a 3v2 on the retake. With time ticking down, the Neural Theft is invested, but it will not matter. Attackers, PC Pacific, with 5 on the board. 5 unanswered. But keep that in mind, too.
Yeah, it's 5-0 on attack on a Sunset, and it's looking really good for PC Pacific at the moment.
And looking at ultimates here, the only thing that PC Pacific, well, the only thing that's on the board in general for either side is this From the Shadows from the Omen of PC Pacific. So I'm going to be very interested to see how they opt to use this, if they're going to use it to play aggressive or they're just going to use it for an info gatherer. But looking at the start of the round here, both teams, once again, Twain with a nice shot with the Bucky, will be getting taken, will be traded right away, though. And with Faded smokes gone, this round becomes a whole heck of a lot harder for them.
Yep, it looks like they're hovering 2 towards A main and 2 towards mid again, with no one towards B side. The chamber's all the way up mid.
Tucked, though. Does Fantasy have a timing? No. Opts to back out. Does not want to contest this. Just holding this mid angle, realizes, hey, they're on a save round here. Why get risky with it? It looks like, from the looks of it, it's gonna be an A push. The Omen ult from the Shadows does get invested. Just info gathering gets taken out of it. Yeah, and 40 seconds left. It looks like it's gonna be an A hit.
Looking at mid, both of the chambers are towards mid. Maybe Ares can get the pick off.
Ooh, Ares with the timing. Does not get the gun, though, but does have the tour de force online. Pops it immediately. Nice shot from Fantasy. Clicking heads here immediately onto sight. 20 seconds left in the round. Spike will be getting planted. Tour de force is online for the defenders here. And it looks like Fantasy, it wants to get aggressive towards this link side of the map, thinking that the chamber might be set up here, but in reality, it's Twix and the Cypher. Twix with a pick to baby on my phone, making this a 3v2 on the retake. The Lear is invested, not finding anything. Sherby with a pick. Sherby getting taken down, and it's just left to the breach. Fantasy with 1, though. Fantasy with 2 in the clutch. Fantasy going absolutely crazy here on this attack side, Tyler.
Yeah, he's going crazy with the 3K clutch at the end right there.
If you're Faded eSports here, what do you feel like you need to do? Because it seems like the beginning parts of the round until the actual sight hit comes out, they're doing fine. But it feels like they're falling apart right when this execution comes out. and they just can't win these retakes.
If I'm faded esports, maybe I fight towards the B main and A main. Maybe take mid late. And from what I see, there's 3 people towards mid now, and the Skydog from faded esports clears towards A main.
Absolutely. Here, once again, it is looking like it is a 3-2 split with 3 towards mid. Derek deep into this tiles angle, spots out the rotates. PC Pacific might call for a rotate off that. Aries, though, that's a big pick. That is the entry down, but Baby My Phone immediately gets the trade in the market. Baby My Phone with 2. Smoke comes out. They're pushing towards this Boba area. They have Hasty scouted out. Fantasy with a pick. 4v2 on this retake. Fantasy does manage to get the spike down, but they already have this round. I wouldn't say secure. Is Twain has something to say about it. 2v2 on the retake here. But Derek with 2 on the lurk.
He cleans it up.
Now, looking into round number 8 here. I wouldn't say it's desperation time quite yet for Faded Esports, as they could potentially get 4 on the half here.
Yeah, if I'm faded esports, I should be doing the same thing over and over again. We just, by putting the chamber towards the B main, maybe looking for a pick for the late round, maybe? Because they're making a lot of presence towards mid, and then later on, walking towards the mains. Maybe you can get 1 or 2 picks towards main. Especially
Absolutely.
B-side.
PC Pacific does have the tour de force popped here. I think that's Aries, or Vixel, I'm sorry. Vixel looking towards middle of the tour de force. Sherby gets a nice early pick onto Aries. Another one almost there. Not quite, though. And Fantasy is 1 off of this. I forgot the ult name. 1 off the ultimate here. But right as we say that, though, they are looking like they're going to pivot towards this A-bomb site with a minute left in this round.
Yeah, but it looks like they still have the chamber for PC Pacific watching towards top mid, and Cypher's also walking back towards A main. It looks like they're going to work up mid again with the breach and the chamber.
Right as we say that, though, Fantasy and Vixel are positioned towards this mid area. The Aftershock will be coming out. Sherby up into elbow quick. Not finding any picks, just space. The Sky Flash finding nothing. Looking for any sort of pick onto the site here. The breach ult will be invested. Vixel and Sherby and Baby My Phone combining to get 3, and it's just Twain. Twain with the judge finds 1. But a whole lot more need to be confirmed here. But yeah, Baby My Phone confirming the round.
Yeah, but it looks like PC Pacific invested the breach ult into that round, late round towards A main.
Absolutely. And looking into this next round here, timeout will be called by the defenders. 08. This still isn't quite desperation time yet.
Yep, they can still turn it around for the last few rounds. Maybe they can look to be more aggressive instead of just waiting and letting the other team just push up towards the map, especially towards mid.
Absolutely. And Faded Esports, once again, I feel like they're doing good in these beginning to middle portions of the round, but when the execute actually hits, it's where they're crumbling, it's where they're falling apart. Whether it be the lack of util invested, whether it be the lack of communication, whatever it might be, there's some sort of disconnect there.
Yeah, it just seems like the Omen and the Cypher is not enough on the B side. Maybe they should start investing towards the Sky, maybe switching it up with Sky on B, maybe look for a flash aggressive play towards B main.
Absolutely here. But getting into this next round here, it looks like PC Pacific are opting, or I'm sorry, not PC Pacific, Faded are opting to force up here. We see Spectres on the board, a Guardian, I think, and only 1 actual rifle. Round starting here, Twain has a Bucky in hand up towards this B main area here. Looking for anything, something. Looking for 1 bit of an overstep. Sherby might have this sniffed out, though.
It looks like they're just looking for a B main control with the Raze in the chamber, but there's an aggressive, there's a deep smoke by the Omen towards main, and it looks like he has he has a Bucky. So they're very worried about it.
The flash comes in, blinding Ares. The swing, Baby My Phone with one. Ares does get a trade, but Baby My Phone will be collecting the trade as well. 4v3 here, 45 seconds in the round, and no clear decision has been made as to what bomb site the attackers want to go here, Tyler.
Yep, and now it looks like they're hovering towards A with the Omen tucked in towards top mid. You can look to get a pick on the Cypher or the Omen if they do walk up towards mid.
30 seconds
HD on the rotate. But Human Being will not be finding anything. That is the Sky down 4v2 with 20 seconds left in the round. Hasty, do they check it? Do they check it? See, Baby My Phone sees one, the trigger discipline, finding one, finding the second, and 4K on the round, securing 9 for the attackers.
Yeah, it looked like they were just playing super slow and working up the map. In the process, they managed to tuck in the Omen in top mid. He managed to get 2 off of that.
Absolutely, and 15 seconds left. A force buy coming in for the defenders here. 9-0 for the attacking side on Sunset. That's pretty convincing so far, Tyler.
Yeah, Faded Esports has no answer to what they are doing, especially trying to work up towards the mains and mid.
Absolutely. Sherby pushed up this B main area. The Skyflash will be finding them full blind, but no push off of it. The Omen blind is invested. This is a 3-man push deep towards B main. Twain with 1, giving some sort of advantage. Twix pushing, looking for more. Will not be finding anything. Vixel with a trade. 4v4 on the round. The Seekers are invested. Derek with the pick and the ult. Vixel with 3 on the round. Getting blinded by these Seekers, but it is just Derek left. 4v1 on this retake here, and we're looking at a 10-0 here, Tyler.
Yeah, it looked like Faded Esports had the right idea of pushing 3 people towards B main with the Skydog, and they managed to get a pick off of that. They just got too aggressive, and that's 10-0 on the board.
Fantasy with the final pick, and we're looking at, for lack of better terms, a stomp here, Tyler.
Yeah, 10-0 is not looking so great for Sunset, especially.
20 seconds here, and I know I said earlier I wouldn't be looking at this isn't desperation time quite yet, but I think we're into that territory where you need to start forcing it's desperation time for the attackers here, or defenders here. Sorry, Tyler.
Yeah, it looks like they had the right idea and looking to push up towards the main. Now it looks like they're just gonna tuck chamber towards mid with the Omen also playing across with that.
Absolutely. Ares once again tucked up into mid. Will not be finding any picks. Does get damage though onto Derek here. I apologize. Just poking in product.
It looks like the Reyna and the Sky are looking to push up towards A main, maybe to get the pick on the Cypher, maybe? Break the trip, make a lot of presence. Now they have
Perhaps.
And they managed to get the
Twix,
Cypher.
though, does get a pick. Sherby with the trade, though, onto Twain. Vixel does make it even, but Human Being and Ares confirming 2v3 left with a minute left in the round. They are on the B site. Hasty gets another. Sherby 1v3. They know where Sherby is, though. Can Sherby? No. 10-1 on the half. And Faded Esports are off the board here, Tyler. Or on the board here.
Yep, they managed to take the A main side of the map late, like 20 seconds into the round with Skydog, and they managed to get a pick on the Cypher.
Absolutely here. And looking at ultimates online for both sides here, we do have a From the Shadows from Baby My Phone for PC Pacific. But on the other side, we have a Tour de Force here online for Ares. And from the looks of it, Ares is positioned up towards this mid area where PC Pacific have tried to put so much pressure. Right as we say that, a very aggressive TP in from Twain. Getting very aggro. Might be able to get a pick here. The chamber trip is invested. Does see that there's one, but Baby My Phone on the case. Will not be finding any picks here. Ares in mid will be missing the first Tour de Force shot. Hasty with a pick onto Derek. 4v4 in the round. Does manage to stay alive, but Hasty and Vixel manages to get 2 picks of their own. And 4v2 here as the attackers are looking into position towards this B side. And with Sherby planting, I think that showstopper online for them as well.
Yeah, looks like they're both pushing out a market.
4v2 here. Twix, ooh, nice shot. And Human Being with another 2v2 here. Human Being into 1v1. Sherby and Twix, the two duelists. Twix thinking that they wrapped around. Ooh, two ships passing in the night. Not quite there. Sherby getting aggressive, though. Has it sniffed out. The Lear is invested. Sherby with the pick. And that's 11-1 for the attackers here on Sunset, Tyler. And like I mentioned earlier, it's desperation time for Faded eSports.
Yeah, Faded eSports have to look for a godly attack. Pretty much winning out almost every single round they can to get into OT.
Absolutely. And right as we get into this half switch here, looking like it right away, it's going to be a hard B hit from the attackers here of Faded eSports. Nobody really towards any other part of the map except maybe a Cypher lurk through mid.
Yep, it would be a lot harder to get on the B side, especially not having the raise with their satchels, her bot, or her nade. So they're just going to rely on walking through that trip and hopefully breaking it before the Cypher can kill them.
Absolutely here. Positioning towards this B main area. Skydog is invested. Ares with the headhunter position looking for something. No commitment done quite yet. The Omen teleports onto site. That's Twain out in the smoke looking for something. Does manage to get Baby My Phone. That is a big pick. The Cypher is still sitting market. Tags out Twain. Spike will be getting planted here. And two players from... sorry, one player from the side of Faded is critically low. Nice flash from Fantasy. Has that aftershock. Sherby gets a trade. 3v2 on site. Twix confirms one Human Being with another. But Sherby and Vixel confirming the round here with a nice flank from Vixel.
Yeah, it looks like Faded eSports is looking to have their Omen entry, especially TPing on the site to avoid the Cypher trip.
Absolutely. A nice little flank once again by Vixel. And match point here, Tyler. I don't want to call it wraps, but this is an uphill battle for the attackers here.
Yep, the only thing they can do is look to buy up and maybe look to fight anywhere they can, especially with a Sky and a Reyna double flashes, hopefully. Because it's going to be really hard for them to entry onto site, only having Omen walking through with the TP.
Absolutely. Once again, no dive duelist for that entry presence. No jet, no raise for the attackers here. Once again, they're posturing towards this B main area. Skydog will be finding out where the trip is. Twain does manage to take it down. The TP will... Ooh, Derek with the timing. Baby My Phone getting a pick onto Twix. Human Being and Hasty, though, trying to keep this a contestable round here. 3v2, and the attackers look like the attackers have cut noise completely here, Tyler.
Yeah, but it looks like the chamber is
on a
looking to break
nice
the
little
trip.
lurk.
Teleport's ready.
Ares is tucked in deep in the mid, though. Ooh, the chamber battle. Ares gets better of it. 2v2 here. Is tagged up, but the Sky does have the heal available. Healing up Ares back to full HP here. 50 seconds left, and they've completely chosen to pivot towards this A side of the map. And it looks like they're going to be having a completely free site here. But the breach of PC is pushing up towards tiles. Fantasy might have the timing, might have the angle. The trip, though, just in the nick of time. They know that they know Fantasy's flank now. Looking towards the link area, they saw the raise. They know where both of them are, Tyler. The stun comes out. I don't think stunning anybody. The aftershock, along with the boombot, sees the breach main. One shot missed. Headhunter completely down. Frenzy in hand for Ares. Bomb ticking away, though. Sherby on the defuse, holding it. No swing coming out yet. Sherby with one, Ares with another. Fantasy. Is there enough time, though? Yes, there is. And with that being said, Tyler, map 1 goes to PC Pacific. A pretty convincing win here for PC Pacific.
Yeah, all around, they just took control of the whole map with all the map control towards mid, towards the mains, and just won every single fight.
Absolutely. I will say very solid breach play from Fantasy along with Baby My Phone on the Omen. But with that being said, we are going into a little bit of a break here and we will be back shortly.
You guys want to take a 5-minute break before we start?
Revitalize Invitational Tournament. Map number 1 went to the way of PC Pacific pretty convincingly, 13-1. And now getting ready for map number 2 here. Kind of a switch up from what we saw last map. We're going to Icebox, Tyler.
Yeah, if they're running like Arena again, I wouldn't be surprised if they would do it again. Icebox is really sight, like a lot of taking sight instead of just working mid usually. Usually it's just someone lurking towards the mid or the opposite main. So we'll see what they run.
Absolutely. We've even seen some no duelist compositions in pro play, but that was back on the old version of Icebox. Now we're on a little bit of a newer version here. Still though, I agree with you, Tyler. A lot of main controls, a lot of just get onto site with a lurker, just utility based. This is one of those maps where you don't even need to run a duelist if you don't want to.
Yep, I've seen a lot of teams run a KO as a duelist instead for entering. And as we saw from yesterday, we had GT versus EG. They ran Deadlock as the duelist technically with Jagamo. So it wouldn't be surprising to see if there is no duelist for this map.
Absolutely. Here, getting into agent select, I think, yes. Fantasy hovering a Gecko, Sherby hovering a Yoru. Ares once again opting for the chamber. And Viper is kind of I wouldn't say a must pick, but it's definitely something that you see pretty much every team run on this map.
Yeah, it'd be important just to like split off the site, get an easy plan, just play for post plant off site, especially on the B side of the map where you get a lot of teams run Sage, just wall up and plant.
Absolutely. And it looks like both teams opting for a Yoru here. Yoru, I feel, is very good at countering a Cypher rather than a chamber that both these teams are opting to run. And we talk a lot about back in the day here. Chamber was one of those agents that ruled Icebox back in the day.
Yeah, maybe these Yoru players, if they do both run Yoru, maybe they have lineups to go on the opposite side of the map. So we'll see what they do if they both lock it.
Maybe. Fantasy opting for a Gecko pick here. And I like the Gecko. I really do. Gecko has grown in popularity quite a bit here, especially with these Sky nerfs that have come through. But Human Being opting for this Sky. But Gecko over Sky, I think, is interesting because it allows you to play such an aggressive style.
Yeah, it allows them to just take space slowly with the util and also use Wingman the plants to get automatically a 5v5 just straight away instead of just having someone plant 4v5 if they're fast flooding.
Absolutely. Looking at comps here, nothing really too different. We will be seeing the PC Pacific opt for this double controller comp with the Omen Viper compared to the double initiator comp from Faded Esports. And once again here, I'm going to be very interested to see this Yoru matchup here because Yoru is one of those agents that the skill ceiling is so high. You can do so much with his kit. And compared to an agent like Jet, who kind of has a linear playstyle.
Yeah, you can look to take a lot of map control, especially with his teleport. You can look to teleport onto somebody with a flash, maybe with a shorty. So we'll see what they do.
Getting into the first pistol round here. Dep on this Viper, positioned towards mid. Once again, just kind of a poke and prod battle. Skydog from Human Being will be invested. Sherby with the pick onto Human Being. That is the first pick towards the B-bomb site. And it looks like the attackers aren't necessarily speeding up. They're committing to this default here, Tyler. But right as we say that, Twain with a nice shot. Twain did such a good job on the Omen last map. Now onto this Fade. Ares back into the snowman area. Twain with 2. Baby My Phone goes down onto this Omen. Twain seems to be everywhere right now, Tyler.
Yep, he's looking to just rotate everywhere and look to get a lot of info, especially with his pick. He threw eye towards their spawn and managed to spot the Yoru towards B side.
Absolutely. 45 seconds left. Sherby may get the spike, positioning towards this B side. Vixel looking for something mid, spots the shoulder. I think that was the fade of Twain. 33 seconds here. Site commitment is coming in from Fantasy. Looking for this mid pick. The plant will be coming in from Sherby. 4v3 retake on the Pixel. Twix is in a very good position, though, up in this kitchen area. Spike goes down. Post plant setup from the attackers. Ares positioned towards this snowman area. Sees the TP cross. Looking for the flood coming. The eye is invested. Finding both the Yoru and the Gecko. Wingman and the clone are invested. Aries with a pick on the Vixel. Fantasy with a trade, though. 3v2. Time ticking away. Sherby and Twix, and it's just left to the Yoru and the Viper. The bomb is going to start to get diffused. Sherby with a fake teleport. BMO looking to stick, but Sherby, nice shot. And that's a 4K on the round for Sherby.
Yeah, for Pacific, they had a really strong post plan. They had a Yoru flash. He threw his clone. They had a Molly, I think. The wingman thrown out also by the Gecko. They just had a lot of post plant towards that for a 3v4, I think.
Absolutely. Good 3v4 post plant for the attackers here. And Icebox is one of those maps, Tyler, that you'd argue that it's a very attacker-sided map.
Yeah, I think it's pretty easy just to get a simple plant down and just get off the site to play post plants, especially for lineups.
Absolutely. Round 2 here, anti-eco for the side of PC Pacific. With the attackers looking for this default setup once again here. Fantasy's all the way tucked up in the yellow box, though. Twix has an idea where it could be, fakes the teleport, holding this nest area, opts to just retreat. And minute left in the round here. No picks have come out quite yet. Viper Wall does go up, and it looks like it's going to be a B execute from the side of PC Pacific. The clone does get shot by Twix, or I'm sorry, not Twix, but the lurk from Baby My Phone coming in. BMO does get a trade, though. 3v2 on the round. Human Being gets another pick, 3v3. In a very similar situation as last round. Fantasy and Aries, though, 2v2. Time is ticking. Vixel with a pick onto Aries, and it's just left up to BMO with a ghost. Time ticking away here. Getting lower and lower. Does spot the shoulder. Will not be confirming the kill. Vixel. And that is 2 on the round, 2 on the map for PC Pacific.
Yeah, Pacific got a lot of info towards B side by walking up, just playing contact, and they managed to spot nobody. We had 2 players towards mid also, and 1 player towards A main side, and they just walked up by itself. No one's just swinged them or anything until the very end.
Looking at Faded Esports buy here, you'd think that it's a very scattered buy. Only 2 actual rifles. Only Aries has full armor available here, as the rest of Faded Esports are on light shields and whatnot. Spots the chamber out. Dimensional Drift is invested, looking for a flash play. The flash comes out, blinding them completely. Sherby with the shorty out of the Dimensional Drift. That's a big pick. That is one of the only rifles. Ooh, that nice little wingman plant. PC Pacific do have this flank spotted out, though, sniffed out. They're sending 3 to fight this flank, Tyler.
Yeah, but looks like 2 players are flanking with the Viper and the Sky. They're looking to overwhelm somebody towards the main side. Maybe the Viper. The chamber is looking to watch flank right now.
Does spot the head of Fantasy with a pick. Does spot the head of Human Being. Does trade out 4v2 on the retake. Human Being does get the pick onto Twain. Fantasy gets taken out in the process. I'm sorry, but Depp getting the final pick. And that's bonus converted for PC Pacific. PC Pacific is 3-0 on bonuses so far here, Tyler.
Yep, on that A execute, they had the Yoru ult and overwhelmed that chamber on Faded Esports with a flash from both Yoru and the Gecko. And he just got teleported on by the Yoru.
Absolutely. And looking into this next round here, it looks like it's going to be a force buy from Faded Esports. They do come in with 3 Vandals, but 2 of them one's on a Stinger and one's on a Classic. But the Headhunter is available for Aries on this chamber. Round starts here. Mid presence taken immediately. Fantasy looking to turn up the tempo towards this B-bomb site. Wingman is invested for the plant. The Fade Eye is invested as well. Thrash comes out for the Gecko of Fantasy. Does manage to detain Aries. Wingman is picked up. Sherby gets one, though. Twain with a pick in return. Fantasy trying to get out with their life. Human Being does get a pick, and it is just Human Being left in a 3v1 towards mid, and a nice shot by Fantasy. 4-0. A nice little tempo change for the attackers here, Tyler.
Yep, they had 3 people towards B main, and they made a lot of presence towards B side, and then they had the Omen and the Chimera walk up towards tube side, so they can take a duel. Pretty much looking for a trade.
Absolutely. And only one ultimate online for both sides here, and that is the Seekers from Human Being on the Sky. And 7 seconds in the round here, I think Faded are finally opting to take an eco round. Ares posted up with the op towards this ramp area. Fade Eye spots one. Just holding the angle, looking for somebody to overpeak. Might be getting a little too aggro here. Ooh, baby, my phone on the timing, picking off Ares. The Seekers were invested early. Flash from Yoru comes in, blinding up baby, my phone. Twain is pushed up deep mid, though. I don't think that Depp knows it. Misses the shot, though. Backing up back into the Viper smoke here. Twain managing to get out with their life. And with a minute left in the round, the attackers are still looking for any sort of foothold on the map.
Yeah, it looks like the PC Pacific Yoru is in their spawn already. Looking to get a pick on the Viper, perhaps.
That Sherby knows that there's somebody there, knows that BMO is above him. Twain does get a pick on a Fantasy. That is a huge pick, especially the way that Fantasy has been playing tonight. Twix, and it looks like the bomb is planted towards this B side of the map here. Twix is looking to commit here. I don't think they quite realize that there's somebody towards this snowman area. Sherby is in such a good position. Does get flashed in return. Pop flash of their own, not finding anything. Does find Human Being. Nice little pop flash play by the Yoru. Twain, though, making this competitive round. And it's just left on Sherby. Right click through the smoke, gets the pick onto BMO. Sherby versus Twain, but Twain with the ace. Oh, but no time.
They had no time. They took too long on the retake.
Twain is trying everything that they can to keep this a competitive game, saying, guys, help me. 8 kills on the half for Twain. Sherby doing a really good job on this Yoru, just causing so much disruption. And with another dimensional drift available, they brought out the judge, Tyler.
Yeah, from last round, it looked like they had no players towards B side. They just hovered towards mid and the A side. So they had their Gecko walk up B main and take a lot of B control and walk towards mid. Now it appears that they're doing a 5-man A.
Dimensional drift used right away from Sherby across the zip line up into Nest. Sees Twix, though. Judge in hand, pops out of the dimensional drift, spamming through the smoke with the judge in hand. Not finding anything. Baby, my phone gets the pick onto BMO. That is a lot of the stopping power and utility out. Yoru clone is invested. Sherby still with the judge in hand. Fake clone almost works. Twix gets the pick onto Sherby. Spectre in hand, though. Gun disadvantage. Baby, my phone gets the trade. 4v2 on the retake. And it looks like we're slowing down here. They do spot out Ares, though, in this rafter smoke. Nice shot from Human Being, though, on the flank. Fantasy does get the trade, and it's just Human Being on 5 HP. Depp gets the trade. And that's 6 on the half for the attackers here, Tyler. And with 3 really powerful ults going into this next round, too.
Yeah, Sherby had Faded eSports scrambling around towards the A side with the Yoru and the judge in hand. So they smoked towards top heaven, and then he just flicked the flash.
Absolutely. And with Thrash, the Viper's Pit, and From the Shadows online for PC Pacific, I wouldn't say that this is a guaranteed round, but this is as close to a guaranteed round as you can get into this game.
Yep, it appears it looks like they're looking for 4 towards A side and maybe Yoru TPs towards the B side of the site, or B side of the map.
Maybe Thrash invested from Fantasy here, looking for the detain, not spotting anything. Does get the hit onto BMO. BMO detained on this generator area. Twain, though, making it even. Ares with a pick on the Sherby. 2 very big picks down. The only ult that they have online is the Viper's Pit, though. Vixel and Depp making this an even round here. Depp with the pick onto Twain. Depp with another. That's 3 on the round. And it's just left to Ares in the 1v3 clutch situation. Ares with a nice shot onto Fantasy. This is doable. 2v3 does have. Ooh, nice shot from Ares onto Depp. Sees the body, does not get the headshot right away. Chamber v Chamber opts to play off Vixel's wrapping towards Maze. I don't think Aries has the idea quite yet. Ooh, but Aries confirming the round. Aries 1v4. Nice clutch from the chamber player of Fade eSports, giving them their first round of the half. And this is a potential for a 6-6 half here, Tyler.
Yeah, PC Pacific managed to run into 3 players towards the A side while the chamber on B side was watching the Yora teleport. It looks like they had a pretty quick flood with a lot of stalling potential, especially with the Viper Molly.
Absolutely. Looking into this round here, if I'm Aries, I'm thinking, let me keep upping. Let me keep just anchoring these sites here, because those were some pretty nasty 2 to 4 shots right there, Tyler.
Yeah, it looks like they're looking to take 3 people towards mid with the chamber flank watch on the A side. Viper Orbs letting her walk up towards tube.
Aries, operator in hand, picks off Sherby. That is a huge pick. Teleports out just into the nick of time. Gets the idea that there might be somebody towards mid. Twain with a nice one tap on the fantasy. Twix on 10 HP. The human being does get another pick here. Vixel does get a trade on the human being. 4v2 though. Vixel and Baby My Phone. This is an uphill battle here, but one caveat here, Twix is on 10 HP.
He's making a lot of space towards mid side of the map.
Twain gets the pick on the Vixel. It's just Baby My Phone left in the 1v4. Can they pull the same heroics that Aries pulled the round before? Has the idea that they might be towards this B-bomb site. Aries position primed and ready in the shot. Aries turn it on at the right time.
It looks like Faded Esports looking to come back with Aries getting really good picks with op, making a lot of space towards B side and mid.
And that's the last person you want in this lobby to be heating up, is the chamber player with the operator in hand. That is worst case scenario. If you are PC Pacific, Tour de Force is popped already for PC Pacific here. Vixel on this chamber. And from the looks of it, Tyler, they're looking to just play this default setup one more time. Vixel position towards mid, not finding a pick right away though.
But it looks like they're making a lot of presence towards mid with the Viper Orb and Viper walking towards tube. Chambers looking to walk back towards B side with the rest of his team.
Absolutely. Human being about to take a lot of contact here. Does not quite know. Ooh, does manage to just barely catch a glimpse of the feet. Twain goes down. That is a big pick. The flash comes out. Fully blinded human being. Sherby gets a pick for 5v2. I apologize. Depp is in a really good spot here. Aries, though, does manage to get a pick just in the nick of time. 4v2. Spike will be planted here just a second. Has the idea that there might be somebody else up towards this kitchen area. BMO, though, keeping this contestable. I don't think Aries realizes. Oh, almost gets the no-scope. Aries, just in the nick of time, loses to Sherby. 1v3 for BMO. BMO does manage to have enough HP, though, with Sherby out so low. The Headhunter did a lot of damage there to the Yoru. 30 HP. Does BMO have the read? Does he know that he's being watched? Clears it, misses the shot, repositions, looking for another go around at it. No peek this time, though, moving towards the snowman position. This is a lot of info. Vixel holding it down, confirms 7 on the board for the attackers.
Yeah, it looks like Sherby managed to teleport towards yellow on B side and get the pick pretty easily with the flash on human being.
Absolutely. And looking into this next round here, money good for both sides here, and this is a big round for Faded Esports, because if they can pull off this round, that forces PC Pacific onto a save.
Yeah, it looks like Aries is looking to hop back on the op towards the A side.
We will be seeing one. Ooh, nice shot onto Sherby. Entry down and top frag eliminated. Fantasy playing towards this B side of the map, though. Human being does have an idea that this could be a possibility. Swing coming in, nothing. No picks found just yet. 4v5 for PC Pacific. Having the battle up a little bit. Aries on the jump spots. Fantasy opting to just back out. Minute left in the round here. 4v5 for the attackers here. BMO with a nice pick. Baby My Phone gets a trade, though. BMO inside the Viper's pit, which is invested 3v3. 50 seconds left. Aries with a nice shot on Baby My Phone. Aries, an absolute menace right now. BMO, though, I don't think they realize that BMO is still inside this Viper's pit. Yes, they do. Dep with the pick 2v2. With the Viper's pit down. That is the pit down, though. Aries with 3 on the round. I don't think they quite realize, though, that Aries is on a flank. Or, I'm sorry, Fantasy is on a flank. Could have a timing. Spots one, misses a shot. They now know. Wingman's invested. Aries is on the case, though. Gets hit with the stun. And they're just holding the cross. A nice cross by the side. Ooh, the team flash! Fantasy does have Thrash online. Human Being is on such low HP. Knows the idea. Knows what's up, though. Fantasy! Ooh, but Fantasy clutches him out. And a little extra after the round. That team flash from Human Being, that's got to be heartbreaking if you're Aries in the side of Fated Esports.
Yeah, that is really heartbreaking going through that, especially climbing up the rope to hopefully catch him off guard in the middle of his thrash, but manages to get out of it in time.
I think that was the right play there from Human Being. I just think the execution was a little bit off there. You have to get aggressive, especially when you hear that ultimate come out like that. You got to do something. And on 10 HP, really got to do something there. Tour de Force is invested from Aries, who has another one taking down BMO to critical HP here. Vixel posted up on belt with the operator of their own, not quite spotting the arm of Human Being. No contact made. Either team has the idea. Nice shot from Vixel. Human Being, that is a lot of the info and flashes down. Minute left in the round here. Fated Esports are looking for something, but Twain evening up the round. 4v4. Depp gets the bomb plant onto the B bomb site. Dimensional drift from Sherby, spraying and praying. Twain picks off Sherby. This is very doable here. 4v3 and the Viper on critical HP. Flash does manage to find Aries. Ooh, just barely manages to pass up the Yoru. Pushing in here. Time ticking down on the bomb. Fantasy still postured, looking towards this snowman area. Aries taps the bomb once, not being able to find anything. Fantasy gets taken down. Aries so strong with this tour de force online. Oh, Depp with 2. Baby My Phone gets a pick. The Molly is invested. Twix 1v1, him and Baby My Phone. Time's coming out, but it will not matter. The attackers. The Viper Molly from the grave. And we're looking at 9-2 here going into the final round of the half.
It looks like there's 2 ops for both teams, so maybe they're looking to get a pick early off in the round, maybe pushing through mid, maybe looking towards A side. We'll see how it goes.
These rounds are a lot closer contested than they were last map, Tyler. These rounds are coming down to a 1v1, maybe a 2v1, something like that. And these rounds are just so close for Fated. It's just a few unfortunate positioning mistakes that have gone the side of PC Pacific. Seekers are invested early. The push from Twain will be taking down Depth of Dangerous HP, but it will not matter. Twix gets a trade on to Fantasy. 4v4. Twix manages to TP out. And with a minute 15 left, Baby My Phone secures the spike back through this mid area. Looking like it's going to be a B hit here. A minute left and ticking. The Viper's pit is online for Fated Esports, and with very little time left in this half, it's going to be very interesting to see how they use this Viper's pit.
It looks like they're just playing really slow, walking towards B side, but it looks like Viper and Chamber are walking back towards mid. Nobody has pushed up yet on the side of Fated Esports, so they're just waiting to just maybe flood on A site.
Ooh, Aries, nice shot. Taking down Sherby. Deb gets the pick on the BMO. 3v3 with 25 seconds left in the round. The TP from Baby My Phone coming out. PC Pacific just in the nick of time. 20 seconds left and counting. Get the spike down. And that is Viper's pit online for PC Pacific as well. This retake just got a lot harder. for Faded Esports. Viper's Pit is up for depth. Twix looking to get some sort of information. Has an inkling as to where one might be, but does not commit to the fight. Molly from... Ooh, Aries, nice shot. Human being, it's just the Viper in the pit, but she is on dangerously low HP. Dep with 1. Dep on 30 HP. No picks yet. Ooh, the spam, not quite. Twix confirms the round, and we're looking at a 9-3 half. Aries has been such a big factor into the outcome of this game so far, trying everything that they can. And going into the attack here, Aries 15-9, heating up at the right time here, Tyler.
Yeah, Aries has managed to get many of their team's first bloods, especially with the op towards B main or mid, especially on the really being a really aggressive chamber and holding sides pretty well.
Absolutely. Looking onto the flip of the half here, Faded Esports are on arguably the stronger side of this map going into their attack half. But 10 seconds and counting here. It'll be very interesting to see how both teams opt to set up here, especially with PC Pacific running a slightly stronger defensive comp with the double controller rather than the double initiator. Right, as we say that their Sherby gets aggressive, Twain getting taken down, Human Being gets the trade onto Sherby. That is a Sheriff down, a huge gun upgrade for somebody onto the side of Faded Esports. Skydog is invested, the TP being poised and ready to be invested at a moment's notice. Does spot the Gecko out Raptors. Vixel will be getting the better of Aries. That's something that we have not been seeing too much tonight of. Fantasy holding down this Raptors area. And with a minute left, it looks like the attackers are deciding to cut noise, and the defenders think it's going to be a B rotate. 55 seconds and counting here. No commitment has been made by either team. Twix still hovering around this A main area. And with 45 seconds left, they could very easily take this 2v3 towards this A bomb site here. Once again, opting for the noise cut. 30 seconds, the hit is coming out. BMO does have Spike in hand, manages to get the plant down, and they're in a very good position to hold this down for this retake here, Tyler.
Yeah, they planted in the open for main, so they looks like they can hold. If they could just hold site with the Sky and have Yoru and Viper back, it should be fine. But they have a Gecko flanking on the right now.
BMO almost has a timing. Or I'm sorry, that is Dep. BMO gets the pick on the Fantasy 3v3 here in this retake situation. Twix with a pick. Vixel with the trade in return here. One shot left in the Headhunter. Needs to make it count. Knows that BMO is up into this nest area. Baby, my phone invests the blind. The defuse is coming out here. Blinded up is sticking BMO with 1. BMO in the 1v1. The defuse is being stuck. Baby, my phone. Pros don't fake, Tyler.
He managed to get the defuse with 2 smokes on the bomb. Oh my.
And like that, we are looking at a 10-3 for PC Pacific here. And decisions need to be made for Faded Esports, Tyler. Do you think that they need to force up into this round here?
If I'm them, I would force up and like to just continue playing fast. Maybe cut noise mid-round, maybe, because as we saw from last round, when they cut noise, the rest of the team just fell off and went back towards B side. So maybe they over-rotate and take site easily.
Absolutely. Looking into this round here, it looks like it's going to be just upgraded pistols for Faded Esports. A couple Sheriffs, a couple Ghosts online, as it looks like it's going to be a straight A hit. Your TP available. Nothing used quite yet, though. A lot of noise being made towards the same bomb site. Twix looking for the flash. Initiation flash coming out. Skydog not finding anything. No TP invested quite yet, though. Sherby with a nice pick onto Aries. All the Gecko utils invested, though. Dep manages to get a pick onto Twain. A minute left in the round. We're looking at a 5v3 here, Tyler. And Fantasy was able to reclaim the Dizzy. Spots one towards main. Vixel with a nice pick onto Twix. Fantasy with a pick onto Human Being. And I don't think they quite realize. Ooh, BMO. Not quite realizing where Vixel is. BMO. Unfortunate. And we're looking at 11 on the side of PC Pacific here, Tyler.
Yeah, it looks like they just try to fast hit A side, and still manage to use all of Fade's util and Sky and util just to try to clear out side, but still nothing. No plant. No, doesn't manage for them to get a post plant, especially with the Viper and the Yoru. Nothing. They got nothing.
Round 3 operator coming out from Vixel here could be the deciding factor in this round. Question is, where are they going to take contact from? Ares is positioned towards mid. Pretty default spread right here. Sherby looking to get aggro, taps the orb, tries to force out a peek. Nothing though. Back to A. Rafters goes Sherby. Ares with a nice shot on the Vixel. That's the operator down too. That is a huge pick, as that a lot of the pressure is gone for the side of PC Pacific. A minute left in the round. Opting to position once again towards this B side of the map, leaving Ares towards mid. The Yoru is back towards this A main area. Human being does manage to find the shoulder of the Viper. No picks confirmed yet. Sherby with a pick on the BMO. Fantasy has this operator in hand. Twix with a late lurk towards mid, though. Could be, ooh, that nerdy angle. That is absolutely disgusting from Fantasy. You love to see it. Fantasy with 2 in the round, going crazy with this operator. Twix does get a pick in the mid, though. 30 seconds left. Bomb has not been planted yet. Twix and the Fade opting for the rotate. I don't think they quite realize that there's nobody here. Twix with the flash, getting the ultimate orb. Spike being planted for Twain. 10 seconds left, and 2v3 on the retake. This is doable, but I don't think they realize that they're being flanked quite yet from Fantasy, who has this operator. Ooh, the Jiggle Peak spots him out. Fantasy opting to hold this angle. 1 bullet left in the operator. The Prowler does force them out, along with the C's. Time ticking down on the Spike for PC Pacific. They need to speed up this retake a little bit here. The Flood is coming out, looking for any sort of pick. Nice shot from Depp with the Spectre. It's just left onto Twix. 1v2, 1v3, 1v2. Gets shot in the back of the head, though, from Fantasy. And that's 12 and match point for PC Pacific here, Tyler.
Yeah, they were just taking 1v1s, not deciding if they wanted to fight the Gecko together or just a fight towards side. But it looks like the Gecko was making a lot of pressure towards the flank, and it's got crushed on pretty much. Pretty hard pincer out of them.
Absolutely. Timeout will be taken by the attackers here. That is Faded. And going into match point here, Tyler, like I mentioned before, these rounds are pretty evenly contested. It's just coming down to the post plant or retake for either side being a little bit better than the other.
If I'm Faded eSports, I would continue just spreading out the map and just looking to take space. Maybe create a lot of pressure towards B side, pull a rotate, go back towards A, or just maybe take mid, throw Viper or mid, maybe walk up tube. They just need some pressure somewhere to force the rotate. From what we've seen so far, they're overtly rotating on PC Pacific side, but they still manage to just make it in time, flood in, and have a good retake.
Absolutely. And looking at the buy of Faded eSports here, mostly a full buy coming out, couple Guardians on the board, but I will like to point out, Fantasy is keeping this operator.
Looks like he's going for a pick towards B main side, so let's see if he can get one. Also has a chamber with him also.
I like the sight of this. The Gecko with the operator posted up B main. But from the side of Faded eSports, they're not going to give him anything. Sherby with another operator in hand, finding Human Being. Info and flashes down for the attackers. Does manage to spot the head of Ares, not finding the pick. And with the call that it's going to be an A hit, there is nobody on the B side of the map right now, Tyler. But Sherby getting tagged up, dangerously low from Twain on this fade here. Sherby is in deep too. Clone comes out, the peak from Ares, making this an even 4v4. Once again here, this has been the part of the game that Faded eSports have been struggling with Baby My Phone with a pick. Depp and the remaining two are on this flank. Wingman coming out with the defusal. BMO gets a pick. Fantasy gets a trade. Thrash is invested. Wingman sticking the defuse. And off of a Wingman defuse, the defenders close out the map and close out the series.
What a very unfortunate way to lose that map with Wingman defusing.
That's insane. But we've seen wilder stuff in Valorant. With that being said, though, before we get out of here, we will be joined next by our player of the match. And Tyler, I think the player of the match goes to the fantastic Breach player and Gecko player of Fantasy.
I also agree it should go to him. With the clutch Wingman defuse, that was it.
Absolutely. With that being said, we will be right back with our player of the match. Welcome back, everybody. We are joined alongside Fantasy. Fantasy, heck of a game, man. How are you feeling after that win? Pretty convincing win, if I do say so myself, too.
Yeah, pretty good. We got our practice in, and we just followed it through.
Absolutely. As far as individual play goes, how do you feel you did tonight?
I feel like I did pretty good. But it really is about my teammates as well. I would like to include them on that. We all played individually, like really good, and as a team, it really showed throughout the match. And yeah,
Absolutely. And I feel like, as a duelist player myself, having a good initiator is just the yin and yang of the game, you know? How does it feel playing with somebody like Sherby that you know is such a solid duelist player that has your back no matter what?
yeah, he's always a solid duelist. I've been playing with him as a team since high school, so we have some experience playing together. Our synergy flows really well, and yeah, that's how it goes.
Absolutely. Team specific now. You mentioned that you felt that you guys did really well as a team tonight. Anything you want to elaborate with that, or are we just going to leave it with that?
No, just leave it with that.
Cool.
All right. So the only question I had was the Gecko pick. What is the idea of the Gecko pick for the Icebox specifically?
I'm very comfortable on Gecko. A lot of initiators, but preferably I've been playing Gecko a lot in comp recently. I've been trying to perfect him since he came out. He hasn't been meta as much, but I feel like he's going to be meta very soon, as I feel. So I've been trying to implement him into my play a lot more.
Absolutely. Heck of a game, man. Congratulations on the win.
Yeah, thank you.
Once again, your
Appreciate it.
player of the match. Anything you want to say before we sign off here?
Nothing much. Just thank you for the experience. That's it.
Absolutely. With that being said, tonight my name is J Star. Alongside me, Tyler. Peak Check Pacific takes the victory 2-0. With that being said, we will catch you guys next time.
Yep.
See ya.